This is episode 8?
Number episode.
8, I think. Yes. I've had a few talking points overall, but it's pretty much on topic. So, like ranking of JoJo's. Like, not the villains, just like straight up JoJo.
Starting at the bottom, I think my least favorite JoJo is probably... I'm gonna have to say Johnny.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Because he doesn't really have any redeemable... He redeems himself, kind of.
Yeah.
He sacrifices himself for his son.
And is his son another George?
No, yes, his son is useless as another George.
Okay.
But during his whole
He's crushed by a rock, right?
No, he turns into a rock.
Okay.
It's like a disease that turns into a rock, and so he accepts the disease for himself instead of letting his son get it.
Yeah.
But for his whole part, he's just an asshole. And
yeah,
Gyro he's who carries the part.
He overcompensated for how good Jonathan was.
For Jonathan's niceness with Johnny's asshole.
He said he regretted how pure he made Jonathan, but Jonathan needed to be pure. Like, that was the whole reason.
That's his whole existence, yeah.
That was the whole point of him existing. It was him being the pure source of good, to signify how good JoJo's are.
Exactly.
All right, so that's number.
But yeah,
bottom.
so number 7. I think I'm gonna put Jonathan.
Really?
Because he's good to the point of like a fault.
Yeah.
So he's great, and I love him obviously, but like he didn't have a long enough part, and in the manga his part is much longer. But it's mostly just him and Marina doing couples shit.
Yeah,
which is nice. I like to see that, but it's not really like I'm not here to watch JoJo couples shit. Like,
yeah, you put him over fucking.
So that he just doesn't have enough really for me to want to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Then number 6, I'd put Gappy or like Part 8 Josuke.
Josuke too.
He's not bad. He's just not as good as other Josuke.
Yeah.
And his parts. But
right.
So number.
Probably I'll say
5. Number 5, I'm gonna have to put. I'm gonna have to put Part 3 Jojo. The dude's a wooden board, and the only reason he's so high on this list is because he's so cool. But he's just a board in his part.
That's what I love.
Yeah, but he's a wooden board to a fault.
Yeah, it's amazing. I like that.
They don't put enough of his hidden personality in there for it to be worthwhile to me.
Well, he has the hidden personality. It's just signified so much in certain scenes that it's not really seen anywhere else.
Exactly.
I love that. I think it's amazing.
He's cool for sure. He's definitely cool. But
I mean, I love it because I see myself in Jojo. But
number
beyond
4. Number 4 is Giorno.
Okay.
Because he's very interesting in his own character, but then being the son of Dio also makes me interested in his character.
Yeah.
He's got a cool stand, obviously, but it's more unlike the other ability. It's golden experience, so obviously it's a punchy type ghost, but also it turns inanimate objects into like organic objects.
Okay.
So like he turned a gun into a banana.
He meant to kill himself.
Into a frog, and he turned a brick into a tree. Like, and it was awesome because like he was fighting Koichi.
That makes no sense. Well, that's Requiem's like what you want it to be then.
Yeah, and Requiem is like whatever you want.
Yeah, I was gonna say that makes no sense.
Any stand, it doesn't have to be like related to your stand. If like Bruno got the arrow instead, and Bruno really wanted a pizza, and his Requiem ability would be to give him a pizza. Like,
so Okuyasu would make money.
Yeah, exactly. Okuyasu's stand would be completely useless in battle
and make money.
Yeah.
But when you get Requiem, do you lose your other ability?
No, it's still there. You gain the Requiem ability.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Joro's cool, and he's got a nice personality. He's like, there's a lot for me to like about him. Like, because he's
I'm talking like
he's
post
got
Requiem
more
though, for all of
layers.
these. Like they're like in their prime type shit.
Yeah. He's very cool, and I also like the fact that he wants to be the mafia boss, right? So he's like he's gonna partake in these evil mafia activities, right? But he wants to do it because his friends when he was younger got addicted to heroin, so he knows how destructive that stuff is. So he wants to end the drug trade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like him. I also like his supporting cast gives him a lot of like to bounce off of.
Mm-hmm.
So number who is this? Number 3 now?
Yes.
Number 3? Yeah. All right. Number 3 is Jolene.
Okay.
The Jojo with no PP.
Yeah.
So I like her. Definitely like her. I like the way she interacts with Jotaro, and it gives her a lot of character that Jotaro's an asshole and like left her when she was like 6.
I mean, he did it to better her anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he did it for the protection.
She can't fucking understand that no matter what.
And to be fair, it's an easy thing to not understand because he left her for a damn decade.
Yeah,
father
but
just
I mean,
vanished, and her mother's not very good. So I mean, I would understand.
And I mean,
she gets it by the end.
He cared about her, and that's why he did it.
Yes, and that's why he did it because she was in danger. But
I mean, it was so early that she couldn't really understand. But
exactly, she didn't get it, and so she was resentful.
I mean, what about the mom? Did she know anything?
It's unconfirmed. It's implied that she was aware but didn't accept.
She probably didn't understand it.
Yeah, she's like she knew why he left, like because they were in danger, but she didn't like. She's like just stay, like
So she probably shit. You know, she damn well she shit on Jotaro a lot. That's probably why.
Oh, I guarantee that for sure. And it literally turns you inside out. So it'll kill a person instantly, using the night rushes. And so it hit Jolene, and so you know how she can turn her body into string using her stand.
Yes.
Well, she turned her body into a Mobius prism, which is an object with no inside.
Okay.
So she dodged that. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And while it sucks that she was the only JoJo ever to not beat her enemy.
Yeah, she kind of wasn't.
Yeah, but to be fair, that enemy also beat her entire supporting cast and Jotaro. Like, this guy was not to be fucked around with.
Which is really fucking stupid.
It is still bullshit that he won because he only won because Araki wanted him to win. Like, there was lots of opportunities for all of them.
And I mean, Jotaro could have just fucking. He could have sacrificed Jolene and actually saved the fucking universe.
And save the universe. But and one of the even biggest bullshits of Part 6 is that Jonah was there in Florida looking.
And Josuke too. So.
And Josuke, yeah, it's like it's just dumb.
Because
but
I mean,
I like her.
I don't think Jonah could have really done I don't think Josuke could have done a lot, but Jonah with Requiem could have stopped him.
Jonah could have stopped him, but Josuke could have healed everyone who was hurt.
Yeah.
Because they were all bleeding out and dying.
Yeah.
And so I like Jolene. I like her supporting cast. I like her stand.
I'm assuming it's gonna be Joseph to Josuke first.
Close but no cigar. Number 2 is Josuke.
Good. At least you have Johnny over. At least you have Joseph over Josuke.
Josuke is a very unique JoJo because it feels like he's on par with the rest of his cast. It's like you almost feel like he's not the main character. He's one of the many main characters.
They gave Part 4 is such a slice of life anime mixed with a little bit of JoJo craziness that they focus on so many that they could just focus on they could focus on too many of the side characters.
Yeah,
because there wasn't any.
It's a good thing because for Part 4 I feel like it works because the characters are very unique.
Well, they are really unique, but like there was no like overarching mission until fucking forever.
That's true.
And even then, Kira disappeared, and they're like, "Oh, I guess we're gonna fight these random stands for a while until we eventually find Kira."
This is true.
So I just finished the highway episode.
I love that one. Highway Star, his face when Josuke hits him out the building is like
disgusting.
I think my top 3 funniest moments. Like he heals him just to beat his ass, and he realized what's happening. It's
I realized I immediately knew. I was like, as soon as he started saying like, "Oh, you're not gonna beat up a broken man," I was like, "Oh, he's fucked. He's moving. He's moving too much."
And the fight, the zoomed out image of him flying out of the window. I love that.
That was pretty good. They didn't really explain his harem of fucking fans though. That was weird.
Oh yeah. But he comes back. He turns out to be a pretty chill guy.
Oh, every fucking villain in the goddamn show except for Kira just comes back.
Yeah,
he's a good person.
The only
I hate it.
Because I would divide that into 3 segments, like the Part 4 into 3 sections, right?
Yeah.
The first third is about Atoishi, the guy with the electric stand.
Yeah.
Then it's about Kira, the first Kira. Then it's about the second Kira.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like, and those are the three villains, and that's why Oitoshi just goes to prison and is come back because he doesn't get redeemed. But I think the reason is because all these stand users were made by the Arrow. They're not bad people.
His fucking ass. Like, don't even heal him all the way. Heal him enough to bring the hand back. If it beat his ass, you have him dead to rights.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow him while watching his hand.
Yeah.
And then he fucking murders the salon bitch and takes some nigga's face. Like, the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
What the hell?
But back at it, Josuke.
They're a rapist.
I like Josuke so much because the others, like, because Josuke isn't overshadowed by the characters. He's simply like an
he's
equal.
not. Yeah. Because, like, Josuke is, like, a part of the group. He's not really, like, a standout. He's not, like, a main... I don't see him as a main protagonist, to be honest.
Exactly. He's one of the many protagonists.
I mean, if anything, Koichi's one of, like, gets more time than him at this point.
Koichi's the Polnareff of Performia.
He gets so much more time. Which, I mean, I'm fine with that. I thought the character arcs with him and the chick were really cool.
Yeah, right, same. And Koichi's a great example of one of the characters that like bounces off of Josuke so well. And Josuke is the main reason I like all these other characters so much, because Josuke is generally, he's like, in my opinion, out of all the JoJos, because Jonathan is super honorable and stuff, right?
Josuke's not.
Giorno is a very driven person, but Josuke is the best person, I think, out of all the JoJos.
But he is and he isn't.
The guy,
he's still an asshole. He's still gonna he's gonna fuck you the alien, turn an alien to dice.
Yeah. He's the most human, I think, the most relatable, like, chill guy I would hang out with.
See, that's why I like Jojo, because he's more relatable to me.
Yeah, because you would both stand there in a silence together and love it.
Yeah,
right?
it's amazing. I was watching it when I was watching this on my phone. I screenshot, like, he said, "I hate annoying conversations." I fucking saved that shit immediately. That's gonna go up on my Twitter banner. Like, that's perfect. It's literally perfect. I love it. That's why I like
Josuke so much.
Part 4 so much, because I still like Jotaro as a character. I don't like how weak he is.
And he's still the same silent ass, like, menacing bastard.
Which is why so I'm really glad that I like his character instead of his power.
Yeah.
Because he's the same person, except for eventually he'll get more PTSD and be more bitchy.
Yeah.
But I like that Araki's giving him...
He's never bitchy. You just see it show.
Well, yeah, but I don't like the way Star Platinum looks now. I don't like the color change.
Yeah, he looks different, doesn't he?
He was purple, and then now he's blue and purple and white.
Yeah. I don't dislike his look, but I wish they kept the original.
He doesn't aura enough. He does
aura, but he does not enough.
It's because he would immediately make Josuke look like a pussy bitch.
Exactly. It's like you can't put the strongest stand ever in every part because it'll overshadow.
But it sucks because it's like you chose to put him in there. You could have just given him a better, like, more peaceful, chill life. Oh, and then he's like, oh, he's not coming back into part 5. All right, motherfucker. Like, stick to your word, bitch.
Yeah, who knows? But like, he's very chill, very nice. I love his stand. His stand is awesome. The restoration ability is used so creatively in part 4 as more than just a healing ability.
I like his stand's ability. I don't like the way his stand looks.
I don't like the way it looks either.
It's too goofy.
It just looks weird to me.
It's too goofy. It's like Dive It Down mixed with, like, pink and just hearts everywhere.
Yeah, and it's got the same kind of weird head shape as the world. I didn't really like it.
Not Dive It Down. I keep saying I don't know. I'm saying Dive It Down because the world is based off of, like, a scuba diver.
Scuba diver, yes.
I'm just saying Dive It Down.
I have a feeling you might have meant the world,
yeah. Yeah. It's like
it looks like pink the world.
It's like the world on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, exactly. It's
like a Valentine's Day customization skin.
Yes, that's the Valentine's Day free skin. But I love the restoration ability. Like, the part where he punches through his mom.
Smart with the
I was like, cool. That is some of the coolest shit.
I saw that on a meme. I was like, what the fuck is he? I figured he had a reason, but I was what the fuck's he doing?
Yeah, exactly.
But Araki was smart when doing that because, like, you couldn't really get damaged, and like any other part, you couldn't really take damage.
Otherwise, you're dead. Yeah.
You're either dead or you're taking 8 years to do anything.
Like Kakuin getting his eyes hurt
and just to give him some fucking
Avdol getting a concussion in his head.
Yeah. But also, all right. So, what's the limit to Josuke's ability?
There isn't any. That's why it's so busted. He can fight ultimate cars and turn cars back into a regular Pillar Man by restoring.
Why doesn't he de-age Joseph? And why doesn't he?
He can't de-age.
Why doesn't
he can
he
restore things to their previous state. That he could do, but he just doesn't.
All right, existence. You just brought
Which
that.
Which is fair. I mean, it's cheating and it's not because like that's why.
I mean, but that's why none of them died.
Yeah,
that's why the one group that was like that arguably should have died over the other groups. In terms of like, if you were talking about like all-out battle between the different groups of JoJos, they would fucking die. They wouldn't stand a chance. Okay, Yasu would definitely be killing people if it wasn't too dumb. Like if he was lucky, he might catch somebody.
Actually, no. We can talk about that after this one. Right. The groups versus each other. But all right, so that's my Josuke wrapped up. Number 1, Jojo. Which is funny because people
I think of Jojo, I think
don't like this Jojo, but Joseph, yeah, like
it's because they don't
generally he's not liked because but it's more about
it's the contrast between him and Jonathan. That's the problem.
Of just his part. He's not that great because
honestly, I love him in his
part.
I feel like he's really good in his part.
Other JoJos have. But yeah, he's good in his part. I like him.
I want an army of JoJos.
Yes, that'd be amazing.
But the same stand as me.
So it's the same stand as Star Planet. I'm just other JoJo's like, bruh.
Also, I feel like
one of the big reasons that I've seen people like Joseph is that they say that there's nothing Joseph has that another JoJo doesn't have and better. So, for example, they will say like for strength and fighting and like that's Jonathan from before him, and for tactical and intelligence that's like Josuke and Giorno, right? And for like a damaged past and growing from this kind of tragedy they have Jolene, and for all these other things they have every other JoJo. But that's not really true because he has the trickery and intelligence in that regard better than any other JoJo. There's no JoJo that fights like him later on, but people say people always talk about
JoJo,
the whole thing is this kind of thing.
Joseph is really cunning when he fights.
He's cunning, yeah. He's cunning and intelligent in that kind of way. And
also, he's literally the only JoJo to be like, your next line is, and it's just fucking amazing. I love when he does.
I love that, yeah. Oh my god.
Fucking and that just shows when he it's like the look of the enemy's face is like, oh fuck, like what have you done?
When finally the last episode, and he tells it to Cars, and Cars looks at him like, how do you always know? I was like,
it's like,
bitch. But like his method and way of fighting, just love it. He's like so intelligent and smart in the way he fights, and everyone talks about how other JoJos do the same thing, and yes, they do, but not like Joseph does it. He does it his own way. It's like the so stupid I'm smarter than you. Like you think I'm dumb, and then I just pull a tangent aside. Older Joseph. After I started analyzing it, I was really like, that is really honestly a good representation of this goofball who has aged and matured for this amount of time and is now the mentor. Like, I see it. And he still shows his funnier side.
I mean, Araki's, aside from Abdul, Araki did nail, like, when the character needs to fulfill this role, they will fill the role.
Yeah.
Unlike Abdul, he really just kind of fucked Abdul. He understood. He even said that like he should have made Abdul more important if he was gonna do that to him.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
So he understood that he fucked up, but it's the same. It's like, come on, dude. Like,
come on, dude. Exactly.
Abdul deserved better. Like, fuck.
He did deserve better. Like, part 3, the cast deserved better, dude. Like, he fucked them up.
Because they're still my favorite. They're still my favorite group of anything.
And that's perfectly fair. They are awesome.
That's not going to change because
Besides, the main character of part 3 is the best, and by main character I mean Polnareff because it's not.
But honestly, I think Polnareff's my least favorite of that group.
Yeah, I mean he's my favorite, but because of his development, not because of anything.
I mean, I love his development, but he's such a fucking he takes Moro to a new level.
No, he's so fucking stupid.
And he's so hot-headed when it comes to women or any of that shit. And it's like, I think because he's French. He's French. That's why he made him a whore.
He's I'm gonna go on the battle. Yeah, he's like that's why.
He's trying to play hide the baguette. And then his one chance to do that, he just threw it away. Which showed him evolve as a character, of course. But
evolved.
It's evolving as a character, but he's also going against his character because it's like. This is the one thing he wants in fucking life outside of avenging his sister. He's already done that, and now he's not even gonna try to smash.
I always feel bad for Polnareff. Like
Yeah.
He is such a fucking terrible life, and he's always gonna feel the guilt of
He'll always
obviously
feel
his
guilt.
sister's death, but then Avdol's death too.
Abdol's death multiple times. Yeah. He's still not
and
the first
Iggy's
one.
death, because we all know like Iggy's a dog,
no.
but everyone in the group recognized that Iggy was obviously smarter than a dog. Like
I mean, honestly, it's Joseph's fault Iggy died. He brought Iggy there.
Yeah. He brought Iggy there against Iggy's will.
I mean, it's a dog, so kind of it has will, but it doesn't.
But it doesn't. But they know that Iggy is smarter than a regular dog. They know that this is an intelligent stand user. Like, they know it.
But,
yeah.
Like the rat. But better.
Like the rat, exactly. The rat. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I'm fairly certain that if an animal gets a stand ability, it becomes smart.
Oh, it has to be. I mean, what else is it gonna do?
Yeah, because it makes no sense otherwise. Yeah.
I mean, look at Pet Shop. That motherfucker was an evil bitch.
He was an evil genius. Yeah, I hated that guy.
My list, my ranking.
Yeah, your rankings.
Right now, I'm gonna say right now, I don't like the new universe at all. I don't know if I ever will.
So Gappy and Johnny
I'm gonna say Johnny's gonna be 10 just because I think he's weaker. I imagine he's weaker.
Okay, Johnny's 8. Thank you.
Sorry, 8. I was thinking. I was reading the Iraqi list yesterday, so I keep thinking 10 in my head. I hate that list so much. I kind of wanted to update it, but I also don't because I don't like his opinions as much.
He's weird. I try to avoid that. I would recommend it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put Gappy as 7 over Johnny because I mean, one, I don't like Johnny's an asshole. I don't think he's a good representation of Jonathan as a whole. Yeah, I just don't think that really meshes well. And
no, yeah,
I don't know.
It's an odd.
It's an odd. I don't like Diego Brando either. And I don't like horses. I mean, I don't like horses.
So yeah, the cowboy part's probably not going to be your cup of tea.
No, but even though Jojo is based off Clint Eastwood, which is fucking funny.
Well, it makes sense too. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but it's like, but then I'm gonna put. I don't know anything about Gappy aside from he's Josuke and he's depressed and he has amnesia and he's a sailor for some reason.
Never get it. Never will get it. Never understood, dude. He has 4 balls, which makes him a god in my book.
Which is why I put him over
4
Johnny.
times the seaman.
Jesus Christ. Which is why I put him over Johnny because he has more power. I mean, if I don't know enough about these characters, but I know I don't like them, I'm just gonna go off who has more power at that point.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if that's what you like, then that's perfectly fair. Like, if you don't have anything to judge off of, then there's no other way for you to look at it. Then it's perfectly fair.
All right, so it puts me at 6.
You're now on 6. So out of the 6 main universe JoJo's, what do you like?
I'm gonna put Giorno.
At number 6 is Giorno. Okay, why Giorno at 6? Then again, you don't know much about him, but why?
I've been researching Giorno. I've been watching YouTube. Okay. I've been watching a ton of YouTube clips on Part 5. That's what made me watch Part 4 again, or start Part 4. Was I've been watching Part 5 deaths and scenes and shit like that. Actually no. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna put Jolene at 6.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I know a little bit. I know enough about her to kind of gauge about her as a person to an extent. And she just. I mean, she's not a discount Jotaro, but she feels like it to an extent.
You get that feeling, yes.
You get the feeling.
At first, I had that feeling. I didn't really like her existence because that was like, well, why am I just watching this for that?
That threw me off.
But she's not. I know she's not. Very different.
And I understand her emotions towards Jotaro, but I don't like her because of how angry she is.
Because of those emotions, that's perfectly fair.
Because I mean, it's my favorite character. I'm gonna be defensive against anybody who's
his existence.
To even the point of changing her fucking last name slightly enough just to fucking piss him off.
That she wouldn't be related, just to piss him off.
And like I don't like her stand's really intelligent. It's really smart, and I like the idea of it. I just don't like the way it looks, and I just
Stunfree does look really weird, right?
When I look at a stand, I think about its power, its capability, and then what it looks like.
Yeah, those are all. That's the exact.
I treat its users separately because you can't really compare. They're so different.
Yeah, you can't you have to take them as if you like
only
them both, great, but if you don't,
only some people like Jotaro have stands that match their character so much.
It's very rare, honestly. Yeah.
And then most other stands are like, what the fuck is this piece of the little kid with the hole in his face had a giant fucking mech monster. It's like,
it makes no sense. And it relates to his ability at all. You got me,
junkin. It makes no sense.
I don't know.
If honestly, you should have a rock, paper, scissors type stand.
Yeah, exactly. You would think, but
And
also,
then,
that was one of the episodes that made me love Rohan. Like the part where he's like,
Rohan just beat the shit out of him. That was fucking amazing.
I love that. He's like a little kid, and Rohan's like delighting and just putting him down.
Yeah, I love that shit. That made me like Rohan more, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. That was one of the things that made me like Rohan. Like, I didn't really like him at first. I was like, why is this bastard here?
I thought he was a cunt, but I just didn't really care. Cause I was like, okay, he's just another person in the universe. I'm gonna put Giorno at 5.
Number 5. All right, so your final part's pretty good here.
I'm putting Giorno at 5.
All right, so part 5, number 5.
Because it would be perfect if I didn't reverse Johnny and Josuke too.
And Gaffy, yeah, so that would be perfect in order, yeah.
But I don't really care about Jono as much as a character. Like I respect what his reasons, his motivations, etc. But I love his theme. I don't like.
So good. That's another thing I base Jojo off of a lot, is how awesome the theme is.
I don't like Golden Experience except for Requiem, but I'm basing them off their prime, no Requiem.
Before, like the main of their part.
Like the main of their part, not anything after. If they're in too many parts, then I might combine that, just because they're in like Joseph and Jotaro. They're in too many parts for me to just to not pay attention.
Be like that.
But he's too like. I would say his ability is interesting, but I don't like it as much. Like it's
if you don't like it, you don't like it.
It's not as like it's kind of creative, but it doesn't feel as it's not as like cool as like Jolene's
Crazy Diamond or
Crazy Diamond
Jolene's String and
or
Healing Restoration.
I really like Kakumin Stand. That's pretty interesting.
Higher fan, I love it.
Koichi is. I like his stand. I like the arc of his stand.
Act 3 freeze is awesome. That's a great ability and a great idea.
I like the different arcs of his stand. Like honestly, I love the idea of him putting the words down and then causing whatever he writes.
I like that. Such a good idea, right?
Honestly, I like that more than the freeze because it's like bringing the comic to life.
To life, it's cool. Yeah,
he's a manga fan, so it makes sense to his character.
Honestly, character.
I wish
my favorite thing about Koichi is that he can still use all his acts. Like,
he can. Oh, I didn't know that. All right, I'm glad. I was gonna say I wish he had a final evolution where he could use all of his acts.
Yeah, Act 3 can be Act 1 or 2, whatever he wants.
Okay, but he doesn't change. He looks the same.
No. It changes back to its previous look.
Oh,
and he can change it forward or backward at any time.
Can he do it immediately, or does he have to do that fucking cocoon?
No, he can do it immediately whenever he wants.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, I like.
Right? Yeah, it's actually a really good ability.
I have so much more respect for him now. So number 2.
3 now. Because you just said Josuke. You just said Jonathan 4, 3 now.
Josuke was 3.
You said Josuke is 3 and then 2. Yeah, you're number 2 now.
Yeah. Josuke, I like his cast a little bit. They're interesting. They're kind of dumb, but I mean, so is every cast. So is every Jojo at this point. And Okuyasu is no calculating.
No, he's not.
Plus, I mean, considering all 4, all of the main cast of Part 4 can be combined into Kakumin in terms of their hobbies and interests and shit.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of like, come on. But yeah, number 2, Joseph. Overall. I hate what they did to him in Part 4. Araki really just it's like Araki threw him on the street, started curb stomping him. Like how fucking how decrepit he made him, and just how many parts of his body fell apart. Like what the fuck? And I'll always hold it against Araki that Joseph didn't keep using Hamon. Like he stopped training in Hamon. He barely used his stand or anything. Like yes, his stand wasn't really useful in terms of the picture thing. But he could, I imagine, if he used the stand enough, he could have gotten to the point where he didn't destroy the technology every time. And he could still be swinging on him a lot more. He could really, use that to his advantage and use the stand so much more often for, grabbing shit and swinging and doing all that shit. Where he just doesn't do that. I feel like he really could, because it's such a vine ability.
Yeah.
He could have. There's so much more potential in his stand that he just doesn't realize and doesn't use because he's just the Araki made him that way to not outshine Jotaro. But I don't know. I feel like they could have done a lot more with him. But Part 2, Joseph, holy, that really cemented oh, I'm gonna watch this entire show. Because Part 1 was it was really interesting. I love Dio and I love Jonathan. And Dio's such a crazy motherfucker, and it's the sounds Dio Dio's one of my favorite villains because of this the thing that makes Dio is the voice acting. It's like it's perfect. It's literally perfect.
It's so perfect.
That's why I can't watch any other. I can't watch the dub because the voice
dub guy does his very best.
I know that. I know that.
But no, you can't compare with Guy himself.
No, you can't. Are you downloading something?
No, am I lagging?
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah. So like Joseph's is just
doesn't look like it.
All right. I don't know. It was weird for a second. Yeah, back to Joseph. I don't know. He's such a character I'll never forget. He's so interesting. He's so intelligent. The time he got overdrive, I fucking died when I first saw that.
Oh man!
I was like, I immediately texted you. I was like, what, this nigga has the fucking Tommy gun. What the fuck? Like, it was amazing.
Dude,
like
you texted me throughout your adventure of Jojo. It was like some of my favorite shit.
It was nuts. Like,
it's so funny.
I haven't texted you through part 4 because I've been watching you through fucking. I've been watching it while you're at work and shit. So I try to limit the amount I text, just because you can't really. I mean, I don't think anyone can match my amount of texting in general. But like while you're at work, it's just especially harder for anyway. Plus, I like to save memes and shit for when you're on, just because it's funny when it's like you're actually here and I can hear your reaction and shit. But yeah, like he's so cunning, and then I fucking love your next line is like I've never seen any character do something like that, and I fucking love that shit. Because he doesn't have any time ability, he can't read minds, he can't do any of that shit. He just fucking knows that shit, and that's amazing. Like, fucking Rohan has to read your fucking whole life story to know what you're gonna do. Justice, like, he looks at your ass, and he's like, he just discovers through your fucking actions and shit.
Yeah, amazing.
And, they showed like, the first episode, like, how fucking intelligent he was, like, the guy with the brass knuckles and shit.
Yeah.
And they try to, like, it's like the whole thing, like, he acts really stupid to, like, kind of hide his intelligence, and I like that. That's really...
And I also liked when he did that, and Wamu was like called him out. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're totally dumb." Yeah, and he calls it his whole next plan.
Yeah, and it's like because I really like I don't really have much in common with Jonathan, but Joseph and Jotaro I like the most because I have the most common with them overall. And I I think Joseph like just makes me fucking laugh all the time. No matter what part he's in, he makes me laugh. Even in part 4, I still fucking laugh.
Yeah, he's still
funny and shit. Except for I laugh more in part 4 because of how just fucking decrepit they made him.
Yeah, he's like,
it's like it's funny, but it hurts to see just because of how like I've seen his god tier, and I've seen him as second like best god tier.
Yeah.
And then now it's just like he can't really do much at this point. But I will always respect that he outlives everybody. That's fucking funny as shit.
So awesome. Right?
He's a fucking god. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's it throws me off. And then part 1 or no number like 1 overall on my list I think for any part that'll ever come out again. Like I mean, Araki's in his 60s. I don't know how much longer he's gonna be working on JoJo.
It's weird, right?
I mean, Araki looks like 30, 31.
He looks 30, like
He looks like 30. Like I won't say he looks 20 because he doesn't, but he looks like between 31 and 35. Like or somewhere right around then. But he's 60. I mean, it's nuts. He's like, but he's been working on part 8 since 2011, and it's 2020 now. And we don't have a main villain in that part yet, so I don't know when he'll be done with that. And I don't know how many more parts he has left in him, to be honest. Like I don't know if he's gonna. He does everything. He does too much. Like he works himself so much. That's why it's such a monthly series now, and not like a weekly like it used to be. So I feel like we won't get anywhere. Like we won't get another really good JoJo in that amount of time. Because I don't know. I don't think he'll be able to make
anything's
enough.
Possible, but
anything's possible, but he's jumping around in parts, obviously. So I don't know what his next JoJo's gonna be. Like it could be anybody at this point. It could be Giorno again for all we fucking know. Because he's obsessed with Giorno. He's obsessed with part 5 in general. Like that was nuts. I don't know. I was surprised at how many villains in part 5, characters in part 5 he liked over anybody else. Like Diablo.
I mean,
like
you have to watch, dude. A lot of the characters are really interesting.
No, they're interesting, but like Diablo over
especially the villains. Oh. That's true. Yeah.
He likes Bucciarati over fucking the Giorno.
Which is funny because you can definitely tell he does like, like he definitely like.
But yeah, so like, I don't like. I went on the tangent, but like Jotaro, when on tangent, it was like, I don't think I'll like anybody more than Jotaro ever in that universe. And I think Jojo's definitely one of my top 5 characters of just all time in general, like all media. I just fucking love that shit. He's way too fucking powerful. He's really smart when it counts. Like when he needs to be like intelligent, he will deduct whatever the fuck he needs to. And one of the things I thought about, like I saw the meme I sent you earlier. Well, just not, I haven't even seen it yet, but just 'cause I sent it during the podcast. But it's like Darby like didn't want to tell Jotaro what what the world what the world's ability was.
The Hayato Dio. I mean, you can suck my Gaga character to suck off. Like I have my own character.
Well, I really love that.
So as soon as we get to the villains part, I'll be sucking off a certain ancient boy.
I really love the connection of him and Jonathan through the stand. It's not confirmed, but in my head it is. Like, because like he got his stand manifested as soon as Dio got his stand through the stand arrow. And then obviously Jonathan got the stand, and I think that's kind of what ignited their stands. At least in Jotaro. But I'm always confused. I'll always be confused. It's like, okay, why the fuck does Joseph have a stand? Like, when did he get the stand?
Yeah.
And and why does he know about stands? Like, because like all the other people, all the other stand users, they're like, oh, what this is called a stand? I didn't know other people like me and shit.
Yeah.
And like all the other parts, and it's like. Joseph just fucking knew, and he hunted down Avdol. He just fucking knew, and it's like, I'm assuming he used his ability.
I guess, but he didn't technically have it yet, right? Because Dio wasn't. Yeah. Because he knew Avdol for a long time.
Exactly, and it's just like, it doesn't make sense to me. And then it's like,
especially because supposedly he hasn't been doing any Hamon things, so why would he be out there?
Yeah, like why would he just randomly be like, oh, I have this now, and also like. I want to know. All right, so the stand user, how the fuck do they know they have a stand?
I don't know.
Like the ones that don't have.
And when does it manifest? And which ones are natural?
They were talking about like how, like some of them are like, oh, when you're most protecting yourself and some shit, or you want to like protect somebody or yourself, and it's like, or you want to beat the shit out of somebody. But it's like, it's Jotaro, you want to beat the shit out of somebody, and it's spawned because of Dio, obviously, but.
Yeah, but then Kakyoin's and Polnareff spawned when they were little kids. So how does that work?
So like, how did that work? And then like that must mean like.
Or the arrow-made users, they just automatically know they have a stand and how to use it.
Yeah, but I feel like they would know if they got shot by a fucking arrow.
Yeah, but then
kid.
They would exactly. They clearly didn't.
It's a pretty traumatic thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Kakyoin and Polnareff. Yeah. We were born with it. Jonah was born with it.
And clearly, no one with a stand made Kakyoin stand because Kakyoin is like he didn't know he didn't know anyone who knew what his stand looked like. So he was so surprised when Jotaro saw it.
Kakyoin seems to know immediately about what Hierophant does and how to work it.
Yeah, and that always confuses me. It's like you just have mental telepathy with your stand.
When her stand manifests, has no idea what it is or what it does.
Yeah. And like some of these people don't know, and some people just automatically.
Yeah, so I don't know how what's the difference. Then again, it's just Araki, so like.
Yeah, it's just Araki's thing, but it's
so
just,
like
it just
in universe, it's a weird.
Like I was in the shower and I was just like, that just came in my head. I'm like, why am I thinking about this right now?
Yeah.
Like it's like there's no answer to this. I'm just thinking about a question with no fucking answer, and it's just stuck in my head. But
yeah,
to be honest,
yeah.
If he was gonna do that, that's what should have happened. He should have fucking. I mean, he would get killed taking Giorno's.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Giorno would kill his ass for that.
I mean, he would try to kill Giorno. I mean, actually, no, because Giorno, you have to do a death landing blow, right?
Yes.
So what if he? So if he.
But we don't know if Giorno can just sick Requiem on someone anyway.
But Giorno doesn't know what Requiem can do, right?
He does after it happens. So by the time that Dio would be coming for him, he would know what it does.
Yeah. Okay.
So as soon as Diavolo tries it, Giorno now realizes what's happened. Like.
Yeah. I saw
and also Golden Wind can talk and just tell him.
Yeah, because I saw like the stand didn't said even Giorno doesn't know. And shit was like, oh, the fuck.
He doesn't at first, but then he does.
Yeah. But so. But at that point, like if Dio finds that out somehow, like, if he has like mental like telepathy or somehow like through like Rohan or something like that,
yeah,
he would know just to go for like a small part of him.
Or something, yeah.
But even then, like, Juno would have to die before he could use the stand, right?
Yeah, yeah. They have to be dead or part of him.
So
because then the stand can't exist in two places.
Yeah.
So if Jordan was still alive, it wouldn't matter because it would still be his stand, and Dio having a small part of him would make a difference.
And then maybe like that part would make a difference after Giorno died, like the stand would go to him.
Yeah, that might be a thing.
So you have to find a way to negate, either negate stand abilities or negate Giorno's ability to.
Yeah,
exist.
And so far there's not really a way to do that.
But like, there's no way to sabotage. There's no way to kill. Like, what if you hired somebody to? I mean, even then, there's no way to kill him.
Because then the Requiem will go on them. There's not a way to kill.
There's no way to like kill him unless you like. Unless
so
he,
if
like,
Rohan opened Journal like a book and said, "My stand cannot activate," that might be able to stop
it. So if he killed Rohan, which he probably would, considering the lineage of parts.
Yeah, he would have Rohan dead at that point.
So then
he could probably use Rohan's ability to kill Giorno.
Assuming he learns how to use it properly.
Assuming he knew how to use it, which might not be a thing because Rohan evolved his stand through drawing so much.
Yeah, which like
because in the beginning it's just like a stand ability, and by the end it has a form.
But having Star Platinum, would having Star Platinum draw affect the stand?
I guess that would be a way to speedrun it. Yeah.
Because I mean, he's so fucking fast.
And accurate too, yeah. I guess.
You'd have Star Platinum and Silver Chariot drawing with the sword.
Yeah, I guess that you would pretty much be able to speedrun his Rohan stand, yeah.
It'd be like it'd be like force evolving all your Pokemon without having to
Exactly, you're feeding them lucky candies pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, it would be really, I think that would make it harder for Dio. But let's see a golden experience, obviously, Rec Room.
Then it's over, yeah. I mean, there are several stands that can defeat cars. Like, Kira just turns cars into a bomb and blows them up. It's over. Rohan will stop them immediately just by writing in, "You cannot do anything," and then he doesn't do anything. Yeah. Going through Requiem, we don't even have to talk about Requiem. He just fucks them up. Like, I mean, there's several other stands I can think of, but none of the other ones can
anyone that can stop time.
No, because Star Platinum stops times and beats the fuck out of cars and resumes and he's fine. You know, it doesn't make a difference.
Could Star Platinum throw cars into orbit?
No, he's not that strong. And cars, because you would have to be throwing from the ground. What if cars could reverse his trajectory at that point?
In his prime, when he can stop the time that much.
So what you're saying is Star Platinum stops times for 5 seconds and beats the fuck out of cars in the direction of orbit.
At that point, he could fly. Like at that point, Jojo could fly.
He couldn't fly, not literally.
Well, not literally,
but he could fly by like jumping and stopping time.
So what if he jumped?
All right, so cars is in the air and Jojo jumps as high as he can and beats the fuck out of cars,
like punching him and kind of like
in the direction of orbit,
and then punching him into the atmosphere, like basically landing the 32-page aura with the final aura like being the final aura being the fucking giant one that like rips a hole. Like the one like basically the punches he put into Dio, but more intense because he knows cars is better.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be pretty close.
He wouldn't though. He wouldn't know, and Jojo wouldn't think of it.
No, he wouldn't think of it. No, not.
But you're saying hypothetically. Well, I can solve this problem really easily. Then I can solve it right now. All right. So Star Platinum punches craters into Jonathan's rock hard body.
Yes.
He's punched through. What's the strongest thing he's punched through? Diamond teeth. That's right. Diamond teeth.
Yeah. And that was like he did that with like nothing. He got mad enough that it was just nothing for him. With the ease he punched through those diamond teeth, like that's nowhere near his limit.
Yeah, he was. I'm gonna say it's pretty close to his limit. All right, let's because like he. No matter
he was
punching through it easily.
He couldn't do it until he got mad.
He was fucking throwing punches. I mean.
Yeah, I mean he was like throwing some solid punches, and like he had a punch he realized he had to punch harder once after like hitting it for so long. But it reminds me of like when Jose gets mad. It's that level of like. They're getting that much more brute strength from that.
Yeah, that makes sense. How much pressure to crush a diamond?
What's a fucking ton? A fucking lot.
Might not be. Might be less than you think.
Can Star Platinum make diamonds?
What do you mean by crushing coal in his hand, like Superman? No, he could not. That's a lot of pressure.
Punching?
Like, I'm talking about millions of.
Not like crushing, but like punching.
No, it couldn't. Okay. Like that's like something you need, like a cosmic Superman level, to create the pressure of the Earth in their hand. Diamonds are pretty weak, so I need something stronger than because diamonds are nice and shiny, but they're not strong. So everyone always thinks they're strong, but they're not.
I mean, no.
Let's just say steel.
Hard.
Let's just say reinforced steel.
He punches through metal with ease.
Yeah, he does bend those metal bars pretty easily. Prison cell. Tears them apart. What's the hardest thing he's broken? Because teeth are very hard. Let's just assume that that monster had regular teeth.
Yeah, I mean, you saw him shattering fucking Dio's skull.
Yeah, bone is pretty strong. What's the stronger, bone or teeth? I think teeth, right?
Teeth is stronger. At last.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're so small. Bones are weaker because they're so long and there's so much, like so many of them, like so much weight around them.
Okay, here we go. Teeth can resist up to 30,000 pounds of compressive force, and that is what he's smacking with.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that Star Platinum is punching with more than 30,000 pounds of pressure.
And we know with time stopped, cars couldn't turn into like an animal. So that would better withstand that.
Yeah, so Cars doesn't know what's about to happen. So Cars is in his normal Pillar Man form.
And assuming he's not like a bird or something. If he was a bird,
Star Platinum can hit with 50,000 pounds because he was obviously breaking those teeth with ease. So 50,000 pounds of force, right?
Yeah.
So if Jojo regularly, normally punches Cars,
punch somebody
with 50,000 pounds of force, he's gonna crater Cars, but Cars won't move. Cars weighs a ton, and
how much does he weigh?
He can react to that punch. He can react. Yeah, he weighs as much as stone at least, and he can react to that punch as fast as being thrown.
I forgot about him.
But if Jojo stops time, so time is now stopped. So we're gonna give Jojo the best possible situation, and that he is right in front of Cars as time stops, so he can go right into punching, and he has 5 seconds to do this. So, how many punches can Star Platinum throw? And Star Platinum punches at 230 million miles per hour, in case you were wondering.
Jesus. I knew he was broken, but not that much. Fuck. But at the time started, his body would just be fucking vaporized. But his head would still be alive. He'd probably grow his body from that, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So if you're launching his head, which is a lot less weight, assuming Jojo knew how to do that in time.
True, which is all of this wouldn't happen. This is giving Jojo knowing what to do. This is we're placing this in the situation.
If Cars is coming back, no one's prepared. No one knows what, except for Joseph. But Joseph's too old to actually convey what.
I don't think it's possible because he has the force to do it. So it's like there's no
aside from the complete broken
weak enough to not blow him up immediately.
Yeah.
He's not gonna have enough force to launch him far enough that Cars can't reverse it.
Jojo would have to rely on anything else to slow him down.
Yeah.
To get
something else.
Or
because
also I don't know how much he can stop. How often he can stop time.
Yeah, there's definitely a cooldown, but I don't know how long it is.
Yeah, and they don't really say that, because Dio kind of does whatever he wants.
Exactly, but it also shows that Dio also clearly has to wait a second before doing it again.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would just constantly If
we just go at the base of for the amount of time you stop, you have to wait that amount of time, I guess.
But I don't think so, because then Dio would be stopped, because Dio really wanted to kill them. So he would stop time and then not stop time for 9 seconds. But I feel like
if he had such a big time, they would have said it. They would have made it a statement, they would have pointed. They would have pointed it out, but it seems like Dio kind of just Dio wants to gloat. Dio wants to fucking gloat as much as he can, and he can't do that if he just kills them in all 1 fucking second.
Okay, what about the rat scene? Jojo stops time. And then stops time again 10 seconds later.
Yeah.
To dodge the bullets.
That's him pretty
That's no less than that. He dodges it he fires.
It was less than that. He only stopped time when the bullets were about to hit. He didn't care.
So the bullet's supposed to hit him. He stops time for 2 seconds, moves over, then the rat takes like 5 seconds to fire again, and then he stops time again.
Yeah.
So there's at least 5 seconds. So let's call it that. Jojo can stop time every 5 seconds.
But see, what I didn't understand, why not stop time, sprint up close to him as fast as possible, and then like hide for a second for your cooldown.
Okay, that whole rat fight was Jojo could have done that, but it was to teach Josuke a lesson.
Yeah.
That's why he did it. That's why he
pretty fucked. Like to just take that much damage just to teach this dumbass a lesson.
Yeah, right.
Like Jesus Christ.
And then again, he's not taking that much damage because he knows what's his.
I mean, yeah, he knows, but he's still feeling that shit.
Yeah, he's still
like
melting
he's still looking
alive.
at his body melt the fucking goo.
Oh, so bad. Yeah, I think that he could do it, just given the perfect situation. But in a regular fight, there would be no opportunity to do it. What the fuck are you doing on me, bitch?
So first.
What?
You know what time it is?
No.
Man.
What do you mean?
Do you not understand?
I do not understand.
All right.
I don't. I
say,
do.
What have you just said?
What did I say? What did I say? Like what? Like what do you mean? Tell me.
All right. First.
Yes.
Does my character's head move?
Yes.
All right.
If you're in first person, it does.
All right. You see me moving? My head?
No. You're looking straight the fuck at me.
All right, now?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Look at me.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. You shaking your head at me? What are you pointing at, bitch? What are you doing, dude?
Sorry, I shouldn't be pointing at you. You're not a man.
What? What do you mean?
No. Mans.
Ah, that's hot. Ah, that's hot. Ah, that's hot.
Remind me to never play fucking charades with you.
With you?
What do you mean? But even before at the beginning, you said no, and then I said mans. And
why didn't you just use the
guy.
double tap to shake your head emote?
So I don't want to change my emote. I have.
But it's not. It's not an emote. It's like it's always there. It's always there. The shake your head one?
No, double tap's the point.
Really? Oh, then what's the shake your head?
That's when you reload. That's when you like reload and you don't. It's like
no, there's a shaking your head emote. Like you can like do it.
Then that's like the emote. That's like that is the emote that I have set because dance moves are emotes. So I have this one set all the time.
Yeah, that one's.
Well, yeah, you said no, so I said mans and pointed to the sky.
Yes.
And then I pointed it. Then I shook my head. I pointed at you and then pointed at the sky. But obviously you don't see yourself as a man, so it didn't really work.
No, I just don't see the sky because I'm above that. Oh, God.
Yes, you don't see that.
I do not.
You're a manga boy.
Nah.
Also, I've noticed I have swimwear on, so I didn't see my fucking domino mask during the fucking. Well, I wasn't looking. I couldn't see my face anyway, but glory.